God says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul." Before you scroll past this message, take one steady breath and quiet your thoughts for a moment, because what you are about to hear is not meant to create fear, it is meant to awaken awareness and deepen connection. This is about your daughter. Not in a way that causes panic, not in a way that suggests danger, but in a way that invites you to look closer, to listen more carefully, and to understand her heart at a deeper level than before. There is something she has been carrying internally that she has not fully expressed, and it is not because she does not trust you, it is because she does not want to burden you. Over the past few days or weeks, she has been thinking more than speaking. You may have noticed small changes, perhaps a quieter tone, perhaps moments of distraction, perhaps a subtle distance that you could not quite explain. Do not assume the worst. This is not about crisis. This is about emotional growth. She is stepping into a phase where she is processing feelings independently. She is learning how to handle pressure, expectations, friendships, and self-image. That learning can feel overwhelming, even if everything looks normal on the surface. God is not telling you this to alarm you. He is guiding you to be present. Sometimes a child does not need solutions immediately, she needs space where she feels heard without judgment. There may be something she wants to say but has not yet found the words for. It could be about school, about friends, about a personal insecurity, about a fear of disappointing you, or about a dream she is unsure how to share. When she looks strong on the outside, it does not always mean she feels strong inside. Strength and vulnerability can exist at the same time. You have always tried to protect her. You have tried to provide stability, guidance, and support. But now she is entering a stage where your role gently shifts from protector to listener, from instructor to supporter. She needs reassurance that her thoughts matter, that her feelings are valid, that her struggles are not small just because she is young. Even if her challenges seem minor to you, to her they can feel enormous. Validation will open doors that lectures cannot. There is also something beautiful happening beneath the surface. She is developing resilience. She is forming her identity. She is becoming more aware of who she is and who she wants to become. That process includes confusion at times. It includes emotional highs and lows. It includes moments where she questions herself. Instead of trying to immediately correct her path, stand beside her while she figures it out. Your calm presence will give her more confidence than any strict instruction. You may soon have an opportunity to talk with her in a deeper way. It might happen unexpectedly, during a quiet car ride, late in the evening, or during a simple conversation that suddenly becomes meaningful. When that moment comes, listen more than you speak. Ask gentle questions. Let her finish her thoughts. Avoid interrupting with quick solutions. The way you respond in that conversation could strengthen your bond for years. She also needs to know that it is okay to make mistakes. If she feels pressure to be perfect, she may hide struggles instead of sharing them. Remind her that growth includes imperfection. Remind her that your love is not conditional on achievements. Remind her that home is a safe place for honesty. The more emotionally safe she feels, the more open she will become. God is guiding you now because timing matters. Awareness now can prevent misunderstanding later. A small check-in today can prevent distance tomorrow. A soft conversation tonight can build trust that lasts a lifetime. This is not about fear. It is about strengthening connection before silence grows. You are not failing as a parent. In fact, the very fact that this message resonates with you shows how deeply you care. Continue to observe gently. Continue to love openly. Continue to create space for communication. Your daughter is not lost. She is evolving. And your steady presence will help her navigate this season with confidence. If this message touched your heart as a parent, do not ignore that feeling. Type "I will listen" in the comments as a commitment to deeper connection. Like this video to affirm your intention to strengthen your bond. Share it with another parent who may need this reminder. And subscribe if you want more messages that guide you toward wisdom, awareness, and love in your family. God says, "My beloved soul, stay with this message because what you are beginning to sense about your daughter is not something negative or dangerous, it is something delicate, something emotional, something that requires understanding more than reaction." There are moments in a child's life when they begin to carry thoughts they cannot easily explain, feelings they do not yet fully understand, and pressures they try to manage quietly so they appear strong. Your daughter is learning how to process the world around her, and sometimes that learning feels heavy even when nothing dramatic is happening externally. She may be comparing herself to others more than before, questioning whether she is enough, wondering if she is meeting expectations that she assumes you or others have for her. These thoughts often stay unspoken because she does not want to disappoint anyone, especially you. You might notice subtle changes in her behavior that are easy to overlook, such as shorter answers, longer time alone, or moments where she seems distracted even while present. These are not signs of rebellion, they are signs of internal processing. She is forming her own identity. She is trying to understand where she fits, who she is becoming, and what her place is in a world that moves quickly and often feels demanding. The seriousness of this message is not about fear, it is about timing. It is about understanding that your attentiveness right now can strengthen her confidence in ways that last for years. A small gesture of reassurance can calm a large internal storm she may not even know how to describe. There is also a possibility that she is dealing with subtle social pressure. It may not be obvious conflict. It may not be visible confrontation. It could be something as simple as feeling left out, misunderstood, or unsure about how she is perceived by others. Young hearts feel deeply, even when they pretend not to. A comment that seems minor to you can echo loudly in her mind. A comparison can quietly impact her self-worth. She may not come to you immediately because she is trying to prove to herself that she can handle things independently. Independence is growing within her, but independence does not eliminate the need for support. God is guiding you to approach her not with interrogation, but with invitation. Instead of asking, "What is wrong?" try asking, "How have you been feeling lately?" Instead of offering quick solutions, offer presence. Sit with her. Share a simple moment. Create space where conversation can happen naturally rather than under pressure. Sometimes children speak most openly when they feel there is no agenda behind the question. When she feels safe, words will come. There is also something beautiful happening beneath what may seem like uncertainty. She is developing emotional awareness. She is thinking more deeply. She is beginning to form values that will guide her adulthood. This stage can feel confusing because growth often feels uncomfortable before it feels empowering. If she seems distant at times, remember that growth sometimes requires internal reflection. Your calm support will prevent that reflection from turning into isolation. You may soon experience a moment where she opens up slightly, perhaps in a small comment or an unexpected confession about something she has been thinking about. Do not minimize it. Do not rush past it. That small opening is trust. When she sees that you respond with understanding rather than judgment, she will share more. Trust builds gradually, and right now you are being invited to strengthen that foundation. There is also a need for reassurance regarding her self-image. Even if she appears confident, there may be quiet insecurities she has not expressed. Remind her of her strengths without exaggeration. Affirm her character, not just her achievements. Let her know that mistakes are part of growth and that perfection is not required for love. The more secure she feels at home, the more resilient she becomes outside of it. This moment is not about controlling her path, it is about guiding gently. It is about observing carefully. It is about recognizing that your role is evolving as she evolves. Protection now looks different than it did when she was younger. It looks like conversation instead of constant supervision. It looks like guidance instead of strict direction. It looks like trust combined with attentiveness. God is reminding you that you are capable of navigating this stage with wisdom. You have more influence than you realize. Your tone matters. Your patience matters. Your consistency matters. Even when she seems distant, she is still watching how you respond to life, how you handle stress, how you treat others. Your example shapes her understanding of stability. Remain steady. Remain observant. Continue loving without condition. Nothing is falling apart. Nothing is beyond repair. This is simply a season of transition. And transitions handled with awareness become foundations for stronger bonds. Your daughter is not drifting away, she is growing. And your presence during this growth will become one of the greatest gifts you ever give her. God says, "My beloved soul, continue listening with a calm heart because what your daughter is experiencing is not something that should fill you with fear, it is something that calls you into deeper awareness and wiser presence." She is standing at a sensitive point in her emotional development where the outside world is becoming louder and her inner world is becoming more complex. She is beginning to notice how people see her. She is becoming more aware of expectations, comparisons, social dynamics, and unspoken standards that exist around her. Even if she smiles, even if she laughs, even if she says she is fine, there may be moments when she quietly questions whether she is enough, whether she fits in, whether she is making you proud, whether she is choosing the right direction for her future. These thoughts can sit silently in her heart without ever being spoken aloud. You may sense that she is more protective of her privacy lately. She may close her door more often. She may guard her phone more carefully. She may give shorter answers when asked about her day. This does not automatically mean rebellion or secrecy in a negative way. It often means she is learning independence. However, independence without emotional support can slowly turn into isolation. That is why this moment matters. Your role now is not to control her environment, but to strengthen the emotional bridge between you. A strong bridge ensures that even if she walks further into her own identity, she always knows how to return for comfort and guidance. There may also be a specific situation she is navigating quietly. It could involve a friendship that feels unstable. It could involve pressure to behave in ways she is unsure about. It could involve insecurity about appearance, intelligence, popularity, or success. Young hearts are especially sensitive to rejection, even small forms of it. A single comment from a peer can echo loudly in her mind. A misunderstanding can feel like a permanent label. She may be replaying conversations in her thoughts, wondering if she said the wrong thing, wondering if she was judged. These inner loops can exhaust her emotionally, yet she may not realize she needs to talk about them. God is guiding you to create an atmosphere of emotional safety without making her feel monitored. Instead of approaching her with suspicion, approach her with softness. Share something about your own younger experiences. Tell her about times when you felt uncertain or out of place. Let her see that confusion and growth are normal parts of life. When she sees that you understand struggle, she will feel less alone in hers. The goal is not to extract information from her, the goal is to let her feel understood. There is also something powerful happening in her resilience. Even when she struggles internally, she is learning strength. Each moment she navigates discomfort teaches her independence. Each challenge she survives builds her confidence. But resilience develops best when it is supported by reassurance. Remind her that she does not have to carry everything alone. Remind her that asking for help is not weakness. Remind her that you respect her growth and trust her decisions while still being available to guide her. You might soon notice a small shift in her openness. Perhaps she will ask a question that seems random but carries deeper meaning. Perhaps she will react strongly to something small because it connects to something bigger she has been feeling. When that moment comes, respond calmly. Your calm response will either open her heart further or close it. Choose patience over correction. Choose listening over immediate advice. Let her finish speaking before you respond. Sometimes what she truly needs is not a solution but validation. There is also an important lesson about boundaries forming within her. She is beginning to learn how to say no, how to protect her time, how to decide who she allows close. Support her in that learning. Teach her that her comfort matters. Teach her that respect is mutual. Teach her that she does not need to compromise her values to gain approval. When she feels secure in her boundaries, she will make wiser choices even when you are not present. God is not revealing this to create anxiety but to deepen connection before distance can grow. Small misunderstandings handled early prevent larger conflicts later. Gentle conversations today prevent silent walls tomorrow. You are being given awareness so that your guidance can be proactive rather than reactive. Nothing is out of control. Nothing is beyond repair. This is simply a developmental season that requires attentiveness. Remember also to observe your own tone and reactions. If she fears overreaction, she may hide truth. If she feels constant criticism, she may stop sharing vulnerability. Create an environment where honesty feels safe. Praise effort, not just results. Encourage curiosity, not just achievement. Let her know she is valued for who she is, not just for what she accomplishes. The seriousness of this message lies in its timing. You are being invited to strengthen trust while it is still growing. You are being reminded that your influence is powerful, not through authority alone but through consistency and compassion. Your daughter is not slipping away, she is stepping forward into her own identity. And your steady presence during this transition will become the foundation of her confidence for years to come. Stay patient. Stay observant. Stay loving. That is the guidance being placed in your heart right now. God says, "My beloved soul, now that you have reflected on everything shared so far, understand that this moment is not about fear of what might go wrong, it is about strengthening what is already right before it is tested." Your daughter is entering a stage where her confidence will either quietly bloom or slowly shrink depending on the atmosphere around her. The world she is navigating moves fast, speaks loudly, compares constantly, and expects early maturity, and even if she appears composed, there are moments when she feels unsure about whether she measures up. She may not express this directly. She may act normal, continue routines, laugh at jokes, and fulfill responsibilities, but internally she may be wrestling with self-doubt, identity questions, or uncertainty about how others perceive her. These are not dramatic crises. They are quiet internal battles that shape long-term self-worth. There is a subtle shift happening within her sense of independence. She is wanting more control over her choices, more privacy over her thoughts, and more freedom in how she expresses herself. This is natural growth. However, growth without guidance can sometimes lead to confusion. That is why your presence matters more than ever, not as a controlling force but as a stabilizing one. She does not need constant correction. She needs consistent reassurance. She does not need interrogation, she needs invitation. When she senses that you trust her while still caring deeply, she will naturally lean toward your wisdom instead of away from it. You may soon notice a defining conversation approaching. It may begin with something small, perhaps a simple comment about a friend, a school situation, or a future goal, but beneath it will be a deeper need for validation. Listen carefully in that moment. Do not rush to fix. Do not minimize what feels big to her. Even if her concern seems temporary or minor from your perspective, treat it with seriousness because to her it represents a real emotional experience. The way you respond during that exchange will either build stronger emotional security or create hesitation in her willingness to open up again. There is also something forming around her sense of self-image. She is observing how others look, behave, and succeed. She may be comparing herself quietly, questioning whether she fits expectations or trends. Reinforce her individuality. Tell her that her uniqueness is strength, not flaw. Help her see that confidence is not about perfection but about authenticity. When she learns to value who she is rather than who she thinks she should be, she becomes more resilient against external pressure. God is guiding you to become a mirror of stability. If you react with calm, she will feel safer. If you respond with patience, she will trust you more. If you show consistency, she will feel grounded. Even when you are unsure how to help, your steady presence is powerful. Sit beside her without distractions. Put devices away during conversation. Show her that her words matter enough to have your full attention. Small acts of presence communicate love more clearly than long lectures. There may also be a hidden strength developing in her that you have not fully recognized yet. She may be learning empathy through observing others' struggles. She may be developing leadership quietly. She may be building resilience through handling small challenges on her own. Affirm these strengths when you see them. Specific. Praise strengthens identity. Instead of general compliments, acknowledge particular qualities: her kindness, her perseverance, her creativity, her honesty. When she hears you notice who she truly is, her internal confidence solidifies. This season is not permanent. It is transitional. The distance you might feel occasionally is not rejection, it is growth. The silence you might notice sometimes is not secrecy, it is processing. Continue to pray for wisdom, continue to observe gently, continue to speak life into her future. You are not behind. You are not failing. In fact, the very fact that this message resonates with you shows your heart is attentive. As she grows, your role evolves. Protection becomes mentorship. Instruction becomes conversation. Authority becomes partnership. When she feels respected, she responds with responsibility. When she feels understood, she becomes more open. Trust builds gradually, and what you invest now will return to you in stronger communication later. Do not let small misunderstandings become long silences. Address things early but softly. Correct gently but clearly. Love consistently but wisely. She needs both boundaries and reassurance. She needs guidance and freedom balanced together. When those elements are present, she will navigate the outside world with more stability than you realize. If this message has touched your heart as a parent and awakened something inside you, take a moment to respond intentionally. Type "I will be present" in the comments as a commitment to deeper listening and stronger connection. Like this video to affirm your dedication to guiding her with wisdom and patience. Share it with another parent who may need encouragement during their child's transition. And subscribe if you want continued guidance on nurturing growth, trust, and emotional strength within your family. Your awareness today is building her confidence tomorrow, and that is a blessing that will echo for years. If this message truly reached your heart as a parent, don't just listen and move on. Pause for a moment and make a quiet commitment. Type "I choose to understand" in the comments as a promise to listen before reacting and to guide with patience instead of pressure. Like this video as a sign that you are ready to strengthen your bond with your daughter in this season. Share it with another parent who may need this reminder today. And subscribe to continue receiving messages that help you lead your family with wisdom, awareness, and love.